Going. Alrighty, you guys. Welcome to the Team Elite Weekly Call. Happy Monday again. I'm super excited about this week and about announcing our speaker for the day. We have an incredible leader, an incredible mentor. I call him my North Star in this deal. Whenever I get off track, I've always kind of gone back to him, and he's been my mentor, my guide the whole way. So I have the esteemed pleasure of announcing Mr. Matthew Wesley. Go ahead, big guy. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. All right, happy Monday, everybody. Hope the week's starting out strong, starting out good for you. We had an incredible weekend here in Texas. We were down in Austin for our LifeVantage Academy, and we had Executive Master Pro 10 Blue Elam come in and teach us. This guy started and just ripped it for 3.5 hours. He never took a break. I don't even think the guy was breathing, man. He was just speaking this wisdom and experience over all of us. How many of these LVAs have I been to, and I'm still taking pages of notes and screenshots of their slides. And I mean, the guy, it was absolutely powerhouse. I know every speaker that teaches at the LVAs, everybody, Kai Hayes, Dan Mollering, Marcel Niederhauser, everybody is phenomenal and fantastic in their own right. Everybody brings something different to the table, and everyone has the same information, but sometimes worded a little different points of view. I always call it different or more peripheral information to it. So when they're talking about the topic and then they expand on that and then they expand out again, that's a lot of times where I personally find a lot of my gold nuggets, my gems, I call them. And so I've got pages again from this weekend full of gems. I would walk to Austin if I had to for a training like that. My beautiful wife. So we had an incredible time. For those of you who know, we have Building Depth coming up this coming weekend in St. George, Utah. It's not too late. You can still jump in. I mean, we're sharing rides, we're sharing hotel rooms, we're doing everything we can to try and cut costs, because I know sometimes it can be a little bit tricky. But the value of the information by far exceeds any cost you would pay out. I've talked to people that I've been there and they had just found out about it 3, 4, 5 days prior to the start of the event, and they've bought their plane ticket. They have spent $800, $900, and $1,100 on plane tickets to buy them last minute to be there, because their sponsor said, you have got to make this training. So I can't stress that enough, the value in what we get there and the incredible group of people and knowledge that is presented before us. I mean, it is absolutely unreal. You want to build this business, plug into Building Depth. Today, we are tricking this up just a little bit. We have got some incredible teammates on Team Elite. In LifeVantage as a whole, but on Team Elite, we are incredibly fortunate and blessed for the number of quality people that we have, but also the type of personalities, knowledge, experience, insight that they bring to the table. I mean, it just, when I sit back and just kind of take stock on what we have, blown away. I mean, I'm so humbled that God chose to fit me into this team and to be a part of the incredible people that we have at Team Elite. Today, we have a special opportunity. We have one of our own going to share some of their wisdom with us, some of their takeaways, some of what they gleaned from this LVA, listening to Blue Elam teach, as well as maybe some personal experiences, how they're implementing it and what they've been doing. So I have had the great honor of growing a friendship with this individual over the last couple of years. And again, I consider myself so blessed to have met him, and I never would have this opportunity if it wasn't for LifeVantage. So I'm thankful for both of that. I want to introduce a powerhouse in Team Elite, a rising star. Iszy Garza is going to come on and share some with us. Iszy, are you there?
I am here.
Got you loud and clear, brother. You take it away.
Fantastic, man. I appreciate you guys. That was a heck of an intro. I don't know how true any of that stuff it really is, but hey, baby, I'm here. Happy Monday. What a beautiful day we have today. Uh, happy St. Patrick's Day. Hope everybody's wearing green. I got my green on. Actually, the only green shirt I have. I had to put it on. But guys, thank you for having me on today. Let's have some fun. This weekend with Blue Elam was awesome. But you know what? Every LVA that I've been to has been awesome. Every speaker we have come along has been awesome, and we get little tidbits from every one of them, and we take what we learn and we try to share it, and we try to implicate it in our business and learn how to build this thing. And with Blue this weekend, man, I really enjoyed it. Like I told you guys, I've been struggling with some stuff, and just with Blue, it helped clear some stuff up, man. Just the way he said, just make it my own, and that's what I'm trying to do. Make it my own. Trying, using the proven plan for a reason, because it's a proven plan. So, making it my own is what I'm trying to do, and taking stuff that I've learned from you guys, Caleb and David, and especially you, Matthew, and then taking stuff that I'm learning from the guys that are leading out to the LVAs, people like Kai Hayes, and especially I'm getting more into the building depth, especially with a 90-day, starting over every 90 days deal, and so I'm learning a lot. And I had to refer to my notes that I took with Blue, and something he said just started all off. He said, "Be close enough to lead, but far enough to inspire," and that got me. And the reason it did is because that's what I see in you guys. You're close enough that you're leading, but you're far enough where y'all are really inspiring me. And I've been doing this for over a year and a half. I haven't had much success, I'll be honest, but I don't have that want to give up in me. I want to keep going. I want to keep building, because I know that it's there. I know what we have, and I just want to share it with people. And one of these days I'm going to find that person. The duplication model that he had, that Blue shared, the learn, do, teach, and that's really that's really opened my mind to learning more about the product, getting better educated. I started watching more presentation videos from different people. I've started reading some of the stuff on PubMed. Don't understand a whole lot of it, but but I'm learning more. It's all at a point where I'm learning more. I can start implicating that in what I'm doing, and when I talk to people, and then at some point I'm going to get where I can start teaching people what I'm learning and what I'm doing. Right. So that's where I'm at, and I'm having a little bit of success with talking with people. Just getting like what we train on with Caleb, the going 5 deep with the questions and trying to find out a little bit about people, and and what they do, and you know, build that relationship. And I'm hitting my warm market a lot more than I was now. Reaching out to people that I haven't talked to in a while, and you know, I hadn't talked to them about the business, but just trying to build that relationship back up with my warm market, you know. So I'm having a little bit of success. I've been able to get information from people, and you know, trying to set up phone calls, trying to set up meetings. Um, Still, I guess I'm struggling still with the clothes, but you know, I'm learning, and you know, trying to build from that. Um, but you know, Blue was he was very inspiring this weekend. I loved what he had to share. I loved his heart. You know, it was just everything he did was it was so open and honest, and very believable. You know, the tragedies that he's been through, but you know, it's still has the heart to continue to help people and to do what he's doing. You know, um, his wife and his daughters are still going through, you know, a lot of, you know, pain but you know, to know that that the money's still coming in, regardless, for him, that was awesome. You know, but I love the stories. I love the way he shared, um, and it was inspiring to me. Uh, you know, it just made me feel like that I'm taking it to the next level, learning more, and you know, ready to do this thing. You know, basically that's all I got.
That is awesome, Izzy. You know, every time you share, it just it strikes me so deep how you share from the heart. You know, so many people, you know, we talk about what we heard, what we remember, what we wrote, when you speak so full of emotion. Um, it's it's a gift. It really is a gift, you know, and you have so much more to bring to the table, you know, and as you continue to step out like this and find your voice and be able to, you know, relay from what you have inside, your thoughts, your wisdom, as you continue to do this, like I said, Izzy, every time that you share in something like this or conversations we have, I'm just like, wow, man, this dude is awesome, just awesome. So I just wanted to ask you, you know, you touched on some stuff there that I thought was really, really powerful. You know, when you said that quote, you know, a good leader should be far enough ahead to inspire, but yet close enough to relate. You said that really kind of struck you, that kind of got you. What
Yeah.
Can you expand on that a little bit? What exactly is it about that? How do you view that?
Wow. Well, like I said, when he said it just reminded me of you guys. And that's where I want to be. It's who I want to be. You know, I want to be able to inspire. I want to be able to lead a team. And you know, I'm learning a lot, not only from Blue or Dan Moring or Everett Schilling or whoever comes into town, but I'm learning a lot from you guys. You know, and y'all inspire me not to give up, and y'all inspire me to be better at this thing, and y'all inspire me to just to want to do it. You know, it's not just, you know, our leaders that come into town to hold these LBA, but you guys, and that's where I want to be. You know, so like I said, that y'all are close enough to lead, but still you're at a point where you inspire. You know?
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you. I really thank you for that compliment. That's really
Sure.
neat, because that's how what you just put into words, that's how we view you. Plain and simple. I mean, that's literally, that's how we view you. You've got that. You really do. And as you continue to grow and step into these roles, you know, I think you're going to see it more and more. Because, you know, you mentioned the LVA speakers and how they inspire and stuff. You know, when we're building this business, it's unlike anything. There's no other industry on the planet that even can be compared to what we go through and what we do in network marketing. And your story is truly your story. You know, every so often, you know, we'll hear something about somebody who hit, you know, Pro 7 in, you know, like 36 minutes or something, or, you know, they hit Pro 5 in their first 30 days, or, you know, we hear these incredible stories. And those are the ones that we sometimes, I hate to say compare ourselves to, but, you know, those are sometimes the ones that we aspire to achieve. You know, we want to have those stories, obviously, you know, the change of income, the success, the building, the often run and fast. But for every one of those that you hear, there's probably between 5 or 10,000 stories like yours, Izzy, like mine, like David's, like Caleb's, Kim's. You know, we're more the norm, the commonplace. It's a struggle. It's a difficult industry. It is. It's a struggle. It's a fight. But the key factor is what you said. You're not anywhere near throwing in the towel or giving up.
Right.
Because you see it for what it will be. You see it for what it can be, and you're willing to keep going until achieved. So Earl Nightingale, the quote from Earl Nightingale, I don't know if anybody follows him, but the guy is incredible. Teacher, speaker, motivator. Success. He says, you know, what's the definition of success? And this is probably a little bit of a butchering of his exact words, but success is the pursuit of a worthy ideal. Success isn't achieving Pro 10 status. And there's a lot of success in achieving Pro 10 status, but success is the pursuit of a worthy ideal. Now, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, a school teacher, a network marketer, what are we pursuing? We're pursuing a worthy ideal. We're pursuing something to better ourselves, better our lives. In that, we grow. Can't help it. It's a natural fact. Put a seed in the ground, give it some water, some sunlight. It's going to germinate. It's going to grow. And that seed is going to grow the type of tree or plant that the seed is. You can't plant a mustard seed and expect to grow corn. You can't plant an acorn and expect to grow lilies. It is what it is. So as we grow and as we develop, we're all maturing at our own rate. Part of that is this, the seeking of knowledge and understanding on how to be a better person, how to be a network marketer, how to present a little better, how to discuss, or I know, Izzy, you brought up closing, learning these little facets of this beautiful gem that we call our business. All of that comes over time. Just like that little seed, it takes some time for it to sprout up and break through the top of the ground. It takes a little longer for it to come up and grow stalk and some stems and begin to develop into what it's going to be. Hey, honey bear. Okay. All right, baby. All right. I love my little girl. So, you know, your story is your story. Hard, easy, difficult, fast, slow, whatever it is, man. All I know is when you go to the LVAs, when you go to the big events, when you go to Building Depth and you hear everybody's story. How about Clinton Boyles? It took him how many months before he even found a serious enough prospect to sit down and meet with? It took Dan Mollering 2 years. 2 years. This guy hustled. He and a business partner that they came into it together, they hustled for 2 years and got nowhere. Finally, you know, Izzy, you brought up the proven plan and working the system. Finally, Dan called Marcel and said, okay, look, I give up. You show me this stupid system. I got to change something because I'm going nowhere. 2 years, the guy didn't give up. He jokes around. He says, oh, it's because of my Irish pride and I couldn't go back to my family and say that they were right. I was going to fail at this. I mean, that's great. That's his story. You know, when we hear about Blue Elam and what he went through, when you hear about Marcel, oh my gosh, 8 months it took that guy to be able to sponsor anybody. And that wasn't for lack of trying. You know, I mean, this is the godfather of LifeVantage. He is the one that is putting before us the building depth training. So everybody's story is their story for a reason, you know. And as long as we have that mentality, your mentality, Izzy, that I'm not going to give up. The only way to fail is to give up. You know, we're exactly where we are for a reason. I wish I had a slide of this, but if you think of an S curve, okay, businesses go through this. Think about your business and think about you in your business as you're growing. Sometimes, you know, we have some success and our line goes up, and then we plateau, we flatline, and we think, oh my gosh, nothing is happening. Nothing is growing. I'm working. I can't find anybody new. I'm having trouble with customers even, but no. Your business is still growing. Is it growing on paper and numbers? Maybe not necessarily, but you are the most valuable resource in your business. You. And we are the most valuable resource in LifeVantage. So when you're at that plateau, you feel like you've just flatlined, maybe you feel like you've slumped a little bit, maybe dropped in some volume or activity or whatever, you're growing. And that flat line is just a stabilization period for you to get your footing, so to speak, before an explosion happens. This is 2019. We're living right now in an economy that is better than it has been in decades. We're living in a time where people are having more income. Am I right? But with that, there's still the same struggles and problems. Everybody still has their same mortgage. The economy's doing better, mortgage prices are going up. People are buying homes that should cost, you know, $100,000, $150,000. They're now $200,000, $210,000. So as everything goes up, we have the answer for all of that. And as we grow up in our business, in ourselves, and begin to develop and grow, our business is going to start catching up to where we're already excelling to. Does that make sense? So this never-ending pursuit for personal growth and development is vitally important. A plethora of resources out there. LV coaching, by far the best thing I have ever found in that area. Hands down, bar none, $1 a day, and it has more content than the whole internet as a whole. I mean, it's like they have compiled so much stuff and then some. So the LV coaching is so key in my life for helping me grow and develop. Everyone that hasn't checked it out, isn't on it, there's a 14-day free trial. Go check it out. Sign up for it. Get your 2-week free trial. Find out if it's for you. Find out if you're getting value from it. They don't want you to sign up and pay for it if you're not getting value from it. Period. In a subject. That's senseless. You're going to get value. If you sign up and you use it and you work it, the value is there and you'll find it and you're gonna say, man, this is really awesome. So those that may be in that plateau, maybe your business is growing. Let's grow ourselves. Let's grow. Blue Elam had an excellent point. If you're handed a Pro 10 business, how the heck are you going to manage it? How are you going to run it? How's that even going to be possible? You didn't go through all the ups and downs, all the potholes, all the pit holes, all the bumps, all the bruises, all the blood, sweat, and tears to achieve it. That growth is absent if you're just handed the winning ticket. By growing, we gain so much more than just getting there. It's not, I'm not trying to sound cliche. It's not just a stupid comment. It really is all about the journey. I mean, it really is. Yeah, I get on an airplane to go somewhere. I'm going somewhere. I don't buy an airplane ticket just to ride around on an airplane. I'm definitely going to go to St. George this coming weekend for building depth. Absolutely. But I'm definitely I need to go through that journey to get there. So if we look at it in terms of growing and growing every day and surrounding ourselves with the people that we want to grow to be more like, not copycat stuff, but to be more like. Jim Rohn says, you know, we're the combined average of the 5 people that we spend the most time with. Let's just think about that. Why don't you maybe take out a piece of paper, or maybe you could just do it mentally. Write down the 5 names of the people you spend the most time with. And then write down character traits. Maybe write down pros and cons. What are they contributing to your life? Now, I didn't say adding. What are they contributing? Because we can have negative contributed into our life. We can also have positive contributed into our life. Let's take stock of what we have and what we are doing and where we are going. That's something that I try to do on a regular basis. I do this self-examination. Where are my weak spots? Where are my strengths? What can I strengthen? What can I sharpen? What can I hone? But more importantly, my dad taught me at a very, very, very early age, if you want to learn how to do something, go to the expert in that field or in that skill and just be with them. Ask them questions, follow them around, be with them whenever you can. Phone calls, conversations, whatever. We have access to so much. Let's continue to grow ourselves to grow our businesses. Does that make sense to everybody? I hope I'm making sense. I'd like us to not just get off of this Zoom and go, yeah, it was a great Zoom. If we can take some of this to heart, Izzy spoke such wisdom and with such emotion. I don't know if everybody felt it. The guy, like I said, speaks from the heart, period, end of subject. That there's so much to be said about that. He wears it on his sleeve. You know, I mean, Izzy is such a unique and incredible individual. So is David, so is Caleb and Kim and the rest of our team. We have got a collaboration of awesome, period. Let's continue to pull together. Let's continue to revisit our dreams and goals. Get in touch with your sponsor or somebody in your upline that you feel comfortable talking to, or that you're drawn to, or that you just kind of have that connection. Sometimes you just got a connection with somebody, or you just dig talking to somebody. Let's revisit this stuff. The year, we're almost a full quarter into this year. What have we accomplished? Where are we? Where are we going? Where do we want to be? Let's do some evaluation. Let's do that today or tomorrow. I want everybody, if you would, I'm trying to be as bossy as possible. Call somebody. That's called accountability, people. Call somebody. Have a very real, very frank conversation. This is why I signed up to do this business. This is where I wanted to be. This is where I am, and I'm not satisfied with it yet. What can we do? Let's powwow. Let's get together. Let's do this, because we can get there. Listen to the stories. It took some of them a long time. But there's a lot more doing it quicker because the road is paved before us. The trees are knocked down. We have got a clear route. Are we going to walk it or are we going to run it? Get there quicker if you run, obviously. Even a little quicker if you hop on a horse. So let's all do our part as individuals in our business. Take ownership. You own it. I own mine. You own yours. You're in this for yourself, but never by yourself. Let's rely on each other. Let's pull together. Let's rally. Let's rally the troops. And we can make a run for it, guys. We're going to change 2019 for all of us. Our lives are going to be different. Let's start it now. Let's start it today. I love each and every one of you. I'm available. Please give me a call. I got to apologize up front about the service issues I've been having. I've been back and forth from different phone carriers. Just been having a really tricky time. So if I've been missing calls and not getting back to you, I have to apologize. But I think I've got it figured out. And even this Zoom, you know, my internet didn't cut out. Thank you, God. This has been really, really awesome. So I love each and every one of you. We're going to go ahead and close this out for today. Remember, we got Building Depth coming up this weekend. If you're not going, get there. No, that didn't sound right. If you're planning on to not go, you need to go. Go ahead and get there. Let's figure stuff out if at all possible. We got our next Team Elite Zoom coming up on Monday. High noon, guys, 12 noon. We do these in the middle of the day because we can take a lunch break. Let's start our week strong and let's fuel it. I love you guys, and we're going to call this a wrap.